Hey everybody. Okay, so it's a couple days past my weigh-in. It's taken me a couple days to get this video made. On Sunday, I had my weigh-in, and I had not changed at all. I know I mentioned in the last video that I hadn't really changed for a couple of weeks on my home scale. I was a little surprised to see that I hadn't changed even at Weight Watchers. So I was feeling a little bit discouraged that I hadn't lost any weight. Um, but I did notice that, my jeans were fitting a little bit more loosely. Mostly my pants and like things around the waist area were fitting a little bit more loosely. So that's why I was kind of surprised that I hadn't lost anything. Um, but I decided to measure myself and from a couple weeks ago. And although I didn't lose any weight, I realized that I did lose 2 inches off of my waist, and I think 2 or 2.5 inches off of my hips. So that really helped me. Obviously, I was ecstatic to see that I had lost the inches. I had obviously, like I'd said, I'd felt it in my jeans, but to actually see it on paper, was amazing. And so that made me feel a lot better because, like I said, I was starting to really get kind of down that I hadn't been losing the weight, and it's hard not to get hung up on that number on the scale, and that's exactly what I was starting to do. And I didn't want to let that, discouragement kind of kick me off track. So that's why I decided to go ahead and measure myself. And I'm glad that I did because that helped kind of reiterate that motivation to keep going. So everything else is going great. I actually did last week make it to the gym twice, which because I haven't gone for so long, it's a very vigorous workout. And I have arthritis, especially in my knee, because I have damage to it. So um, certain activities were really hard on it, especially initially. And because it's been so long since I've been to the gym, I was definitely feeling it more last week. So that's why I only went twice, just to kind of pace myself. Once I get back into the groove of going on a regular basis, I'll get to where I can go 3 or 4 times a week easily without any real discomfort. So that's my goal, is just to keep going at least twice a week for a few weeks, and then just as my body allows, kind of pick that up a little bit. So I'm still going strong. I'm still motivated, especially after I noticed the inches lost as opposed to the weight loss, since that wasn't happening for a few weeks. But hopefully that the weight plateau is hopefully that will be over this week, and I'll lose at least another pound or so. Um, I'll take either though, inches or pounds, whatever I can get. And honestly, even if I don't get that, it's my habits are changing, and that's what's important. So I just got to keep that in mind, and try not to focus so much on the number, even though that is important too. But I sometimes I have to remind myself that that's not um, the main focus of all of this. The main focus is just to get healthy and change, the habits that have been instilled since I was, out of the womb. So anyway, everything else is going good, and so I will try to keep you guys updated. I'm in school. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I'm taking classes, so I'm a full-time student. So this next week is let me try that again. Next week is the last week of this term, so or before our break. So I've got some exams and things coming up. So um, this week and next week are going to be kind of crazy. Excuse me. So I don't want to promise that I'll get any extra videos up, especially because previous weeks when I've said that I would, I got busy and couldn't do it. So considering they're going to be even more busy than normal, I don't want to make any guarantees, but I promise I will try, especially if there's anything really to report. Um, sorry. As far as like me going to the gym, or whatever. So if I don't get around to posting another video until after next Sunday when I have my weigh-in, just in case I don't get it uploaded until afterwards, everybody, I'd like to wish you a happy Halloween and watch your candies. And that's going to be hard for me, is trying not to snatch. I have two small children, so trying not to snatch a few or 20 of their sweets, treats, and everything, in between will definitely be a test of my will, and we'll see how that goes. I think I'll be okay, but I can't guarantee I won't have a few. But, hey, as long as I take it into consideration and calculate it into my points, I guess that's the whole purpose of the Weight Watchers plan, is, that you can have what you want. So, anyway, happy Halloween. Be safe and have fun, and I will see you guys for sure after my next weigh-in, if not before then. All right, so thanks, guys.